right, this is week 6 of the NFL season. Not a great week for me last week, but I actually gave someone advice last week and with the over-unders, and she was asking me what should I do, and I was actually 3-1 with my picks on the over-unders. So I'm going to give you 5 over-unders with 5 picks in this video, and then I, of course, in the description will have all my picks in the description so you can keep track of how I do during the season. I had about 7 wins against the spread last week. Not good, but I had 10 wins straight up. So I'm doing something right. We'll see what happens. Here we go with week 6 of my NFL picks. I'm looking over here because I wrote them down. I have the Giants versus the Eagles. Giants are home. They're actually a 3-point underdog, which means they think that the Eagles are a better team. I think the Giants are going to figure it out this week. They showed me something last week that they are a competent team. I think their defense will finally show up. The Eagles have a lot of offensive questions. They haven't been playing well. They lost last week. I don't think the Eagles are going to win this game. The Giants are home. You take the Giants plus 3, and I actually think it's a pretty good bet to pick the Giants plus 3 because I think the Eagles have as many questions as the Giants do. And I think Eli Manning will finally throw the ball downfield to Odell Beckham Jr. and take some chances. You got to take some chances. They're 1-4. Now is the time to really take chances to try to get to 2-4. This division is still very much up for grabs. Next game I got is the Monday night game I'm going to go to. It's the Packers, which I didn't write down who their opponent was, versus the 49ers. Packers are home. They're 9.5 spread. I know Aaron Rodgers is not happy with his offense, but their offense is definitely good enough to beat the 49ers. The 49ers do score a decent amount of points, but I still think the Packers defense will be able to hold him to under 24 points to make sure that the Packers win this game. I think the Packers score about 32, and I think the 49ers will score 20, which will cover the spread of 9.5. I would not bet on this game because I think the 49ers can keep it close, but if I had to pick, I'd take the Packers minus 9.5 just because of Aaron Rodgers. You got the weapons in Devontae Adams, and I think Geronimo Allison will be back. He didn't have 2 of his best wide receivers last week, so you definitely got to take the Packers in this game minus 9.5. Next game I got going, which I got to scroll again because I didn't write any of the people that they're playing. I got the Chargers playing away or visiting the Browns. So you got the Chargers playing the Browns. The Browns are a weird team because it's really hard to pick against them. They did beat the Ravens last week. They do have some weird wins. They are 2-1, so they are a legitimate team with a pretty darn good defense, and their offense is looking much better with Baker Mayfield. So the Chargers are a 1-point favorite, so the odds makers think that they are a better team because remember the 3 points when you're home, so they think on a neutral field that they're a 4-point better team. I think Phillip Rivers is a really good quarterback. I think he'll be able to throw down the field. Keenan Allen will be a little bit healthier this week. You got Melvin Gordon, who I think is going to be able to run out of the backfield a good amount and do a lot of screen passes and quick passes to where Melvin Gordon's going to have like a 80-yard rushing game and like a 80 yards in the passing game, receiving yards. So he'll have like 160 yards combined. I think they'll win this game. You'll have the -1. I don't think the Browns are good enough to beat the Chargers, who have a decent defense and have a good enough offense to go just get a lot of points. I know the Browns have shut down a good amount of teams, but I don't think they'll shut down this team. The Chargers are going to really show who they are, and they're going to really try to keep pace with the Kansas City Chiefs. Next game I'm going to go over is the Steelers versus the Bengals. The Bengals are home. The Bengals are looking really good this year. I have a very hard time trusting Andy Dalton. I know they won last week. I don't think they should have. They had some fortunate plays. Ryan Tannehill turned into Ryan Tannehill. The Miami Dolphins turned into the Miami Dolphins at the end of the game, and the Bengals took advantage. The Steelers showed me last week that they're going to be in form. Their offense is going to be in form. Their defense, even though they didn't let the opposing team score a lot of points, the defense is still not good. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a very physical game. I think the Steelers are going to win this game with their running game behind James Conner and their passing attack behind Antonio Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster, I think, is actually going to have a very big game tonight. It's going to be a very high-scoring game. I actually am also going to take the over 53 for this game. Even though it's going to be very physical, I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. So you take the over 53. You take the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 2.5. I would even bet on that game, so maybe double the Giants plus 3 and the Steelers plus 2.5. And I definitely think the Steelers are going to win. They looked really good last week. Next game I'm going to go over. The last game I'm going to go over, actually, in my pick section is the Jets versus the Colts. The Jets are a 2.5-point favorite. Quick fact, every single game I have either picked the Jets or picked against the Jets, the opposite thing has happened. And I've picked them every week. So I'm 0-5 when it comes to the Jets. Which is making me want to pick the Colts so that they win. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to lie to myself. I think the Jets are going to win this game. So I hope I don't have the kiss of death when it comes to my team, but it kind of looks like it. The Jets are just a better team than the Colts. Yes, the Colts have a better quarterback in Andrew Luck, which makes me nervous. But the Jets are minus 2.5 points. Their defense, as long as they don't get cocky, they can get to the quarterback and really hit Andrew Luck, and he does not have a good offensive line. He doesn't have enough weapons. T.Y. Hilton is a problem, but you double cover him. The tight end is doing very well on their team, but I think we could hold him enough to where he's not going to be able to just carry the entire team. I know Jack Doyle, I think, is still injured, so I know their backup's playing pretty well. The Jets' run game has looked great. The Colts are not great against the run game. Sam Darnold, I love what he did last week. He let the ball fly, which is awesome. We have decent receivers, so I really think the Jets are just a better team overall. They just can't get cocky, and they're young, so they're very susceptible to getting cocky. I think the Jets win this game minus 2.5. So just the quick over-unders I'm going to go over. So I'm going to give you more than 5, actually, because I just said the Bengals-Steelers are going to go over 53. You got the Vikings versus the Cardinals. This is even a pick for you. The Vikings are not, it's over under 43 right now. You got the Vikings. I don't think they're going to allow the Cardinals to score that many points. Their defense, even though it hasn't shown it, is a very good defense. The Vikings, even if they score 27 points, which I think they will, I don't expect the Cardinals to score more than 14. So that's going to be under 43 points. You got the Bears versus the Dolphins, under 41.5. Yes, I said it. The Bears are the team that has led up the second least amount of points. Yes, they've had a bye week, but they still have been very good. Other than that Packers week game 1, they have let up, and I'm going to look this up right now. They have let up 17 to the Seahawks, 14 to the Cardinals, and 10 to the Buccaneers. And that's when the Buccaneers were really flying high. So I really expect, and I'm clicking all over the place because I can't find there it is. I really expect the Bears to just stop the Dolphins. The Dolphins are really not that good of a team. And even though it's a really low over-under, I still think it's under the 41.5. Buccaneers versus Falcons, it's a really, really high number. It's over 57.5. I got to take it. The Buccaneers with Jameis Winston back is going to be able to do things that he weren't able to do with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Falcons with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is playing really well this year. They're scoring a ton of points. Their defense can't do anything. The Buccaneers offense is going to be able to take advantage of that. And you take the Falcons over 57.5. You got the Rams versus the Broncos under 52.5, in my opinion. Rams have a really good defense. Broncos got blown out by the Jets. And you say to me, well, that means the Rams are going to score a lot of points. They're not going to score more than 30-something points. They're going to score about 32. They're going to run the ball a decent amount, and they're going to keep the Broncos under 20 points. So I would say it's like 32-14. So I think the Rams blow them out. The Rams are going to win this game pretty easily, and it's definitely under 52.5. This is, I can almost guarantee this, and I'm saying this 100 times. I can't guarantee anything because this NFL season, like every NFL season, is weird. But this is even weirder than the past ones. And then the last game I'm going to go over is the Chiefs versus the Patriots. I can't take over 59. I can't. It's 59 points. I take the under 59. I know the Chiefs score a ton of points, but Bill Belichick is very good at stopping something on the opposing team. And I think he's going to be able to do that in week 6. He's going to slow the game down. He's going to speed the game up, where the Patriots are going to run the ball a lot, so the game goes quicker. And the Chiefs don't have a great defense, and I think he's going to want to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands as much as possible. So running the ball does that. As long as you can run the ball, they're going to score a lot per possession, percentage-wise, but I think they'll have less possessions than they usually have. That's why I'm taking the under 59. The games I am most comfortable in picking is the Rams and the Broncos. I am the most comfortable with that over under 52.5, which is under. And then I would say the Falcons and the Buccaneers I'm pretty confident in with the 57.5. The other ones I am confident in, but not as confident. So take it or leave it. Let me know what you guys do. Hopefully you're successful with my picks. Let me know if you win a bet with any of my picks. And like I said, my picks will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, commenting. I really do appreciate it. And good luck with your picks and good luck with your NFL teams this week. Have a great week.